Welcome, beloved, to my diary. I just sold my first quilt. Officially, I did. They sent me the money. I'm gonna send her the quilt this week. Big Mama's Kitchen is sold. My first quilt is sold. My only quilt is sold, technically. None of the other ones are finished. They're all just kind of like half-done tops. So technically my only quilt is sold, but there will be many more, I presume. And you know, when I got paid for the quilt today, I finally felt back to me. You know, I like when my husband forgave me, I felt better. When I was doing my quilting of the cosmogram, I felt better. But I was just really feeling down about having broken the tablet, and especially because some of you mentioned there might be a warranty. I will never know because it was a gift, and I will never ever be able to look at my brother-in-law's face and tell him that I tripped when sober and dropped this amazing gift. And part of that is because, I mean, I've been dating his older brother since we were all kids, and he and I did not get along as well when we were late teens area-ish. So it was just a really beautiful gesture that he gifted me that, and that's a lot of why I also feel just so downhearted about it. It was like a gift I couldn't afford, but it was also who it was from and what it kind of symbolized. And yeah, I'm sad about that. But hopefully, you know, maybe I'll sell enough quilts that I can replace it. Who knows? But at any rate, shots for me for this. Cheers, honey. I'm so excited. I'm just gonna keep this one quick because I've already shown you this quilt, but I did want to show you the big stitch quilting that I learned how to do. Okay, so you can see here, I did the stitching to come up into these, like, you know, this the steam from the pot. I thought it would be cute because I was mostly just doing these circles, and you know, I did that so that they would go in through the back, you know. The circle can be seen on the back because it stitches the front and back together. I ended up having to take out this other stitching I had done, which you can kind of see still indented here. I used this yarn and just gone around her body and head, but it was just not cute compared to these little colorful circles that I can put on instead, which I went ahead and did all over except for on the bottom, which I hope it will be enough. I'm not very, you know, new to this, so I'm not quite sure how much will be enough, but I did like, I don't know, 10, 12. And then these ones I thought were just so cute. This is my favorite part that I did. I thought that was pretty creative and fun, to like a little detail that she'll enjoy that wasn't there when she first asked to buy it. So at any rate, I also wanted to say I did make a mistake over here. I don't know if it will show. Oh, you can see it. It's like a run, because when you do these stitches, right, you're supposed to come in and, oh, see, this is like that yarn that was in there originally. I have to like lift this up so it goes inside the quilt. But anyways, you're supposed to like pull the knot through the fabric, which I ended up realizing was a lot safer to do with the back fabric pulling in the thread, because when I did it through the front with this polyester, I made this like little run right here and it breaks my heart and I hate it. But I'm hoping it doesn't ruin the quilt for her. I'm hoping she loves it still. I still love it. I still think it's so pretty. I still kind of, you know, wish it was staying with me. But at any rate, I did put all those little circles to it. So yes, the quilt is going to a new home this week. Okay. Oh my goodness, my bed is so squeaky over here. At any rate, that was all the changes I made. I learned to do the stitching through the front and the back, which is a really cool skill. And yeah, oh my goodness. I think you can see my lubricant. My bad, y'all. My house is lived in. But I've been married since I was like 19. But at any rate, I did think that was funny. Usually I try to put stuff like that away. At any rate, I sold my first quilt. Here's too many more. Thank you so much for everybody who encouraged me, because
yeah, if you guys hadn't helped encourage me to keep going and going, and you know, submit to the exhibition and everything, I wouldn't have had a quilt here for somebody to say they wanted to buy. And I got the full price I wanted for it, $1,000, y'all. I sold my first piece of art for $1,000. My mind is just, it's blown, you know. It's really cool. It's really cool, especially because, you know, when you pray over something and it's like your art, and you're putting all this work into it, it just feels really good to have to know that this person was willing to pay full price. So that means she's going to cherish it. I'm so curious what she plans to do with it. I want to be like, okay, so are you going to hang it on the wall? Are you going to put it on your bed? Are you going to use it for like the baby on the floor? What's going on? What's going on? Like, I hope she doesn't use it for a baby though, because this one has all these little pieces. She can't put this in with children. Yeah. I'll be honest, the only thing that I would be really mad at for someone to use one of my quilts for is like a dog blanket, like on the floor. One time I read that somebody said they quilted their dance teacher a whole ass quilt. Mommy. Anyway, so in this comment section, this girl was just saying that her first quilt she made special for her dance teacher, who took it and was like, this will be perfect for my dog. And I was like, oh my goodness, you got a gift with all these little pieces put together intricately, and you're gonna put it on the floor for your pet hair dander and stuff to get all over and ruin it. So anyways, I'll be honest, I don't care if people use it as like a picnic blanket, if people use my quilts to, I don't know, sit out on the beach. I don't know what you would else do with a big ass blanket like this. I'm not sure, but I hope that people will like love it and enjoy it and cherish it and want to give it to somebody else in their family who they know will love and cherish a piece of art too. And I am actually, you know, evenly split on whether I would like someone to hang it on the wall or sleep under it, because technically the mojo bag is good for sweet dreams and protection, right, on the back of the top up there. But technically it could also just be hung in your room and you could get the same, you know, spiritual blessings, right? It's a blessing quilt. It's like an investment of love into your family from that spiritual ancestral tradition that we African Americans have. So yeah, I'm really excited for this to go into someone's home, especially someone who, like, at least this first one I know is going into good hands. You know what I mean? Like, at least this first one, I know who it is, and I know she will always love it. And I know if when she gives it to her kids, they will know how much she loved it. And it's just it's really beautiful. It's really cool. I'm so proud and blown away. And when I was out there taking care of my kids, I went and got a second shot because two shots. This is a 2-shot moment. I am just so excited. And the money wasn't half bad either, but I am just so excited to be compensated for my art. And that was twice this year. Oh my goodness. I published my first book in January and I sold my first quilt in December. It's December something. This has been the best year artistically for me and the worst year in like every other way. But I have never had a book officially published by an official printing, you know, publishing company before. And I did that in January. And then to round off my year, I sold my first piece of art. Well, I guess the poetry book would be a piece of art. Whatever, you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. I've been doing art my entire life, my entire adulthood. I've been doing a lot of different things, you know, just following my intuition, learning different skills. But the validation of actually having my own book, like, y'all, and oh my God, that was another copy of it. I have a bunch of copies because I was given them at the beginning. But anyways, to have like this and this, that's what the second shot was for. It's bitter, but it's sweet. All right, thank you so much for watching and celebrating with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, thank you to all the people who tried to uplift my mood when I was having a bad day. All of the comments made me feel a lot better. Some of them were kind of funny. Some of them were just super empathetic, and it was nice to have somebody, you know, just feel bad with you for a second. So thank you. And yes, thank you to everybody who's been helping me on my quilting journey, because honey, we're in the big leagues. We are in the big leagues. No, I'm kidding. We are not in the big leagues, but we're in the leagues. And that counts for something. All right, stay blessed, beloved. Thank you again. And stay safe in this COVID season during this plague, because it's plague season out there and it's getting scary. I can't stop smiling. All right, at any rate, may your ancestors and spirit guides be with you at every crossroads, and I will see you next time.